Good afternoon. Welcome to CAN TV and Youth at the Crossroads. I am Miss Keisha, the founder of Youth at the Crossroads. Welcome to our space. We start our show with breathing, taking a break. So let's woosah for a second. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, the reason we do that at the beginning of our show is because usually young people don't get an opportunity to take a break and sit back and, as they say, woosah. So we try to practice that on our show. My life is crazy, so I don't get to woosah often. So I am grateful for this space that I'm able to breathe. I do try to sneak it in while I'm in the car by myself, or somebody's in the car and I kind of tune them out. I woosah, but don't tell anybody. That's our little secret, okay? Welcome to Facebook Live. Hey family, how are you all doing? For those who are new, as I said, this is Youth at the Crossroads. In this space, we discuss issues concerning the young people, and we're also giving advice. So in the last few weeks, we have been discussing private school, the processes and the exams and the scholarships. Good luck to the young people out there who have taken the information and ran with it. This is our contact information. Youth at the Crossroads .org. You can contact us there, or any emergencies, 312-479-5900. That's how you can get in touch with us. Today, I'm going to take a break from our conversation on scholarships and independent school applications to speak to graduating eighth graders and graduating high school seniors. I was just in a conversation with my son and a few of his peers, and mentioned having a commitment ceremony. A commitment ceremony is usually held by institutions or families for athletes, and I would like to have a commitment ceremony for his eighth grade class, and I recommend that other schools do it. And the purpose that I felt was to just acknowledge and celebrate the young people in addition to their graduation, but in particular to celebrate their acceptance into high school. And the young people wanted it, but in that conversation, in their response, they said, but everybody wasn't accepted into a good school, so they may not want to participate. And I was shocked. I'm like, what are you talking about? So I was actually dropping those young people off, and then I discussed with my son, what are they talking about? And my son explained that everybody was not accepted into the top, or what we call the top high schools here in the city of Chicago. And I told him I didn't care about that. We're celebrating the admittance and the next level of your life. So it's not just for the top schools. That's not the purpose of this. So I want to talk to the graduating eighth graders and the graduating seniors, and to let you know that it doesn't matter what your city, no matter where you are, if you're in Chicago, if you're in Dallas, it doesn't matter what your school is rated. You get in there and bust your butt, and you get prepared for the next step. Okay? So you may have played in 8th grade or 7th grade, and therefore you do not have the scores to get into what they call the top schools. And I have a problem with that, because all of our schools should be top. All of our schools should be offering great things. But that's another conversation. But get your butt in there into the school that you have qualified for, and work your butt off. Work your butt off for graduating from high school to get into a top college. Work your butt off. Now you're entering 8th grade so that you can get into a top high school. Okay? Don't just settle and think that the world is over. And if you are graduating from high school and you don't feel that you want to go to college, now you do what you need to do to get that best job. Don't become depressed and just fall all over the floor and not get up and do anything because those around you have either graduated from these top institutions or retired from these top companies, and now you feel that since you didn't get in, you're a nobody. No, that is not the case. No, Facebook family, young people, that is not the case. You still are living and you still have an opportunity to make your life great. You have the opportunity to live your best life that everybody is talking about. Do it. And in regards to these commitment ceremonies, my son's school principal is excited about it. And the reason she's excited is because the audience is going to be filled with the younger kids, the younger students in the building. Those students are looking to these graduates and saying, I'm going to be that person in a few years. I'm going to graduate also. So I pass that on to the administrators of our schools that are out there, no matter where you are. Consider having a commitment ceremony for your non-athletes so that the younger generation can be excited about the next steps. And so that we don't have this depression setting in about, oh, I didn't get into the good school. No. You got into a school. Now get in there and do your best. Start living your dream. Start preparing for your dream. Okay, that really bothered me. My son is just now finding out while I'm talking to you. He didn't really know. I did tell him I didn't care. But yeah, that's an issue. And community, we need to fix our language. Young people should not feel like they're less than just because our society or our communities have labeled certain schools as being the best. There's only so many seats in those schools. Everybody is not going to get in. My son was attending open houses and information sessions for independent schools in Chicago. And one of the top independent schools in Chicago only had 26 seats for the 2019-2020 school year. 26. There's over 1,000 of us in this auditorium. So everybody is not going to get into these schools. So we should not provide or create this environment where young people feel that they are nothing just because they didn't get into what is labeled a top school. Something came across, or I was scanning somebody's Facebook page, and it was for a college. It was an administrator at a college stating that a student came in and the student had like a 3.5 GPA, and he sat down and was just really apologetic. He was like, Dr. such and such, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to bother you, but I only have a GED but I still want that scholarship. I still want to apply. And it said that the administrator, he reached back on his wall and pulled down a framed picture of his GED. And he said, there is no reason for you to be apologizing. He said, I got my GED also. Now let's talk. Young people, work with the tools and the resources that you have to make it to where you want to go. You have to want to do it. I can't do it for you. I can do all the mentoring and encouraging and passing on information to you. But if you do not pick up what I give you, or what the next mentor give you, or the relatives in your house give you, if you do not pick it up and use it, there's nothing else we can do. I may not ever meet you in person, but I've spoke to you through these videos. There are people passing you in the street. There's sometimes people that you may not ever see, but you hear the information. Now it's up to you to utilize it. You have to want to make that change. You have to want to be a better you. You have to want that this is my dream, I'm going for it. Yes, I know that there are trials and tribulations. Yes, I know that there are households which do not encourage all of this positivity, that households that are not encouraging you to go to school. I know that there are young people living in situations that it is just horrible. I'm completely aware of that. Young people, push through and get to living your dream. Graduate, move out, go live on a college campus. If you are currently a 7th, 8th grader, there are boarding schools for you. Get in touch with the schools. Talk to them yourselves and let them know you have dreams, aspirations, you're ready to go. Talk to them. The I can't, the I'm not going to be, no, unacceptable. Push through and make it happen, okay? We only have a few more shows for this season for Youth at the Crossroads. I hope that we have been helpful. I hope that you keep in touch with us. Let us know how we can help you. If I don't have the answers, I have people in Facebook who will help me find the resources. We have now one speaking to the young people saying, surround yourself with like-minded individuals. Thank you, Mr. B. Young people, what he means is if your household is not encouraging all of these things that I'm pushing you or causing for you to be excited to do, it may not be in your household, but there may be a group. You may not call them your friends. They could just be your associates. It may be a group at your school. There may be a group in your community center of young people, and eventually you'll meet the adults that come with these young people who are on the same page, that you would like to be on. There may be a like-minded group of people who also are going through the struggles that you're going through, but they're like, you know what, I don't care. I'm going to college. Everybody in my house is laughing at me, telling me I'm never going to be anything, but I'm going to college. If that's how you speak, then you want to latch on to that other young person that's talking the same way. Connect with those adults that are at those community centers, that are at your schools, that are saying, you can do this. Connect with them, okay? Don't feel like you're alone out here. Many days you may feel alone. You may look like you're alone, but there are people, and adults and young people, who are there to encourage you. If you're rubbing shoulders with like-minded people, when those bad days hit, you get through a little easier, okay? So keep your head up and continue to push through, okay? As I mentioned, schools, administrators, let's do these commitment ceremonies. If we need to change the name, change the name. But let's honor our graduates at all levels. Let's honor them at the stages in which they are, okay? Make it happen right now. Don't have them waiting. Oh, that only happens, when you reach a such and such point in time. No, let's do it now. Okay? So, that was really heavy for me because I couldn't believe that the young people felt that way. Hello, everybody out in Facebook world. Chicago, there's some recommendations. I'll share it with the CAN TV screen. Mr. B said the Phalanx Family Services can help if you're serious, young people. They're at 119 in Halsted. So I think I've heard of them. So check in. It's spelled PHALANX Family Services. Mr. B is recommending that if you're serious about what I'm talking about today, then contact them, Google them, and check in with those resources. Okay, so to the Illinois viewers, he also said the hub, H-U-B, young people. Illinois residents, I want to dive in a little bit on one of the scholarships that I shared with you. So here we go. I'm going to shift back to the scholarship information, okay? And these scholarships can be for independent grammar schools and independent high schools, okay? So I'm going to show you this link right here, empowerillinois.org. empowerillinois.org. Okay, the reason I am showing this to you is because, as you see, it has deadlines, it has information, and this scholarship is one for Illinois residents, and it's something that you can register your children for now, for later, okay? So I'm revisiting this conversation so you do not miss out. So you want to go to the scholarship. See, look, it has K through 12 information. Go to the website, Illinois.org, and you can find out the information, and you can find out how to register your student, the children in your household. You want to do that now, because the emails that I've received, they're saying, thank you for your application. Your application is complete. Scholarships are being rolled out as we go. Keep coming back to check your portal. It's giving you information. It's not just, oh, you complete the application and the scholarship is issued right now. No, click on empowerillinois.org now. Look and see what is out there and which schools are a part of their donation or the issuing of scholarship layout. Look into it now, because it's for later. There may be some immediate scholarships issued, but from what I've heard, people have registered their very young children at the current stage of their life for their future high school education. So all of this is new for me. So I'm passing it on, because at one point I was extremely frustrated that this information wasn't just readily available. So I'm sharing the Youth at the Crossroads space with you so that you're not caught off guard at the last minute. As I stated, the independent schools, at least here in Illinois, the process starts in 7th grade, or should begin in the 7th grade year, where you are looking into the private school itself, learning what the requirements are, not only their application process, but also the standardized exam, the private school exam that they require for your students to take. As it has been mentioned, your student or your child will also need to visit the schools where they call it a shadow day. They'll be partnered with the current student to actually sit in the school and attend classes. So if you have a 7th grader, you may feel, okay, well, if they're going for high school, I don't want to scare them. Totally understandable, because I was thinking, I don't think I would want my 7th grader to sit all day in a high school. That would be kind of frightening. But if you feel your child is mature enough and it wouldn't intimidate them to the point where they're like, I'm never going to go, then it's great. But at least you can get the application process and the exams and everything set up, and then the shadow day can happen in their 8th grade year, as long as you Get it done within the application period. You don't want to schedule it too late and you're denied admittance because you did not fit everything in within the period of time of the application, okay? The application deadline. And that goes for the exams, the shadow day, and the paper application, which it may not be paper, it may be online, okay? And the scholarships that I shared with you, many of them, or a few of them, have 7th grade requirements. Not only transcripts, grades, and the 8th grade information, but one of the scholarships was for 7th graders, but it was for your high school career. So you want to look into that stuff. And our videos are on YouTube. If you go to YouTube and type Youth at the Crossroads, you'll see all of our videos from this year and last year, and you can play them back and get the information, okay? Again, this is our personal information, Youth at the Crossroads, youthatthecrossroads.org, and type Youth at the Crossroads in YouTube, and you can see our other videos. What's up, Facebook? Mr. B gave the information for that organization, PHALANX. Is that GR? GRPSERVICES.org. So Phalanx, yes, I know about Phalanx from Coach Tony. Phalanx, then GRP, then services.org. So young people, Mr. B is recommending that you look into that organization, and he's serious when he sends information. That means that organization is out there doing great things. And I have heard of them from my work with a man out there, Coach Tony. You met his son, Tony Jr. So I know that they're doing great things. Keep it up, Phalanx. I hear a lot about you. Okay, high school students, high school graduates, seniors, 8th graders, keep your head up. The year is almost over, kind of, sort of. When spring hit, we'll know, right? Stay encouraged, keep pushing, and I was not admitted to the best schools. You are admitted to a school. Now get into that school and do what you have to do so that your next graduation, you're not sad talking about what you didn't do. And that does happen. Somebody acts a fool all through high school, and then they start seeing the options their junior year, but their grade is horrible, their GPA is horrible because they didn't do anything their entire high school career, and then they start getting serious their junior and senior year. It's been happening for years. If you're hearing my voice now, that should not be happening to you because you know what you want to do. We've been talking, you've been watching, so you have no excuse. But if you're just now meeting us, and you're just now like, okay, I want to change my life, then do it. But yes, that GPA is gonna stay with you. I always tell people your GPA is like cherry juice that's dripped on a white cotton shirt. That doesn't always come out. It's kind of hard to reverse things. Once that GPA has been so low for so long, it's kind of hard to bring it up. So don't be discouraged. Work with what you have, okay? Keep your head up, young people. All young people who are in school, young people who are out of school, get your butt back in school, get into somebody's trade program and make it happen. Our time is up for today. I will see you next week. Take care. Blessings to you all. Thank you, Facebook, for all your info. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye. All right, Facebook, we out of here. Or y'all want to stay on the phone and go out there and see what Bryson's doing?